Hey y'all, welcome back to Hopped Up Beer Review. Today we are drinking Valley Flora from Cascade Brewing Company out of Portland, Oregon. Thank you for joining us.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hot Tub Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer that we are drinking and reviewing. There's Andy in the attic. There's Jay. I'm Ben. What are we drinking today?
The we.
Valley Flora from Cascade Brewing. This is one I've been excited about, thanks to Andrew.
Yep, that's your
So
big boy.
That
Big
neat
boy.
little cap like you get for champagne.
Sparkling vino. Perhaps because it's made with Pinot Noir grapes, a nod to some wines. Some sparkling wines, I should say. Who's first? Yeah.
I did my pop. Oh.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
All right. Andy, you mentioned this before we got started here. We got this one when we were all together back in the Huntsville area.
Yep.
Wow.
Huntsville.
It's not out of Huntsville, though. Let's just be clear.
No. We were just together. Got it. So
Yes.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates. Ooh, pucker up, boys. Ooh.
Mm. Do we need to warm this up? I think there's some flavors that are going to come out. I know they're in there. That's why.
Yeah, I managed to get mine a little bit warmer for sure.
Ooh. Yeah, let me have another dive on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. That barrel age comes through.
This is. I
was going to say it's left you speechless. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just. Where do I start? This is the 2017 Valley Flora, a fruited sour called a barrel-aged red ale with Pinot Noir grapes. So they combined their sour red ale with Willamette Valley grown Pinot Noir grapes. Oregon, Northern California are very well known for Pinot Noir grapes. Great territory region for that. So they took it, the red ale with the grapes, aged it in oak barrels. And they have notes of dark bramble fruit, plum, cherry, earth, and oak. And I believe it.
Yeah.
Very complex.
I don't know if y'all recall this when I purchased it and was looking it up back then when we were all together. Cascade Brewing Company out of Portland, Oregon. Founded in 1998, but they closed after 25 years of business. There was not, it was kind of mysterious as to why they closed. And so, yeah. The founder started on the bottom floor of his brew pub, which was known as the Raccoon Lodge. and they've been known as the pioneer of sour beer renaissance. And they emphasized year-to-year variations to capture the unique subtleties of each year's fruit growing season. Just like a wine might be a little different, that's why they put years on wines, things like that. So I had it saved to look back at it, but this is, I don't know to call this a beer, a wine, because if you just gave this to me and said, drink this, I would have said, this is a funky wine.
Jay, I think you're on mute again.
You raised your hand?
Yes, I do have an update on what you were talking about, too. Sorry,
Good.
I've been battling the mute button today. But, just a little research. It said that Cascade closed primarily due to financial difficulties following the sudden death of their founder, Art Lawrence, and unresolved ownership issues.
Yeah. So that's what was in my tab. I was like, the dude died, but they couldn't keep it going because of some finance, but nobody knew why.
Yeah, it had to do with the family trust, inherited control, and they were unable to support the brewery financially. And their liquor license expired just 10 days after his death.
Yeah. Thank you, because
so that
was
legally prevented the operations from continuing.
I wish I could find that tab.
So do we know, granted that I mean, we know this is the 2017 version, or did you come across anything that talked about, we obviously bought this in 2024.
It didn't close till 2024.
Yeah, I guess what I'm getting at is, was this cellared and sold in 2024 as a 2017 version, or is it a 2017 bottle that we just got access to?
I could not find out. It may be from the 2017 grapes.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I would expect, but I guess when did they release it is my question.
Yeah, there's nothing on the bottle that says that from anything I can see. It definitely was interesting to me that it had the distribution as far as it did down here. Because a lot of the times we don't see things like this far south on the distribution.
I do appreciate their symbol. So the C looks like, if you're looking down a barrel, the wooden slats, ribs of the barrel, and then you have the mallet and the tap.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of Birmingham District Brewing. You remember they had a similar logo.
Yeah. Yeah. And when did they close?
2024.
Okay. So yeah, that's really interesting that we were able to get this in 24 with them closing that same year. You would think it wouldn't have made it that far, like to your point, Jay. We just didn't see that down here. Interesting.
If y'all are wondering what a bramble fruit is, because I'd mentioned that, think of raspberries, blackberries, prickly stems, bramble.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're thorny. If you try to go blackberry picking, they pick back. Be careful.
Yep.
Yep, and they'll tear you up.
Bramble on.
All right, Jay, what do you think on this one?
I'm with Andy. I really struggle with it to see if it's between a beer or a wine or a sour. I mean, it's obviously, if you're going to put it into the beer category, they put it there as a red ale. You could put it as a sour or one of those, like we've seen with others from like the SIP series or things like that. Pinot Noir from Oregon and the Willamette Valley is one of my favorites when I do have Pinot Noir. Typically, I'll look for ones that are in Oregon or Washington versus some of the Californias. I don't know. It's just personal preference. First sip of it, you definitely get that oak. I mean, it hits you, and the pucker, kind of takes over from there. I do get the plum comes through really, really bold. Some of that cherries in there, the bramble fruit. Obviously, once you told me what that was, Andy, it's spot on. Um, this is definitely one of those one and done or shareable with friends. Um, I really like it. I don't. We'll see how long it'll take me, but
See if
yeah, it
Atticus
was
wants some, bro.
it also said to serve at 40 degrees, so I kind of warmed mine up a little bit while we were waiting, and I think it's there. I like it. I think I'm gonna have to go with probably an 8 on it for sure. Struggling between 8 and 8.5, but I'll go with an 8.
All right. I'll jump in and go next. Yeah, I'm with you on a lot of that, Jay. I think the sour pucker, of course, was the first thing you noticed, but the oak really on that first sip or two was really strong. I noted that as well. And then plum was the main thing that I got out of it. After that, of course, as all you know, drinks do, it's calmed down since that first sip, but still getting plenty of pucker on the back end. Um, I think it's it's Jay. You said this earlier, complex. I think it is, which yeah, to that point makes it hard to really discern how much I like it. I like it, but how much? Um,
And how much of it can you drink in one sip?
yeah, that's the other thing too.
Do not pour this down the sink.
No,
No.
absolutely
Share
not.
it.
Never
Share it.
would. Never would. But the other thing I was going to say is it doesn't. It feels 10%, but it doesn't drink boozy to me. I mean, it feels like a heavy beer, but it's not. It's not the boozy heavy that you would we oftentimes get from the barrel age. To
You're
me,
not getting that alcohol like you do
right,
off of a barrel age, like a bourbon or something like that.
right,
It's more the wine.
exactly. So I hate that they're not around anymore because that means this video is going to get about 7 views. But with that, I think this is a fun beer. Definitely want to share. So glad we're sharing it together, guys. I'm going to give this one 7.5. All right, Attic, what do you think?
If you interpreted my first few sips, you'd think I was going to go a low score because it's the beer that bites back. It is, and after a few sips, I've realized I shouldn't drink it like a beer. I shouldn't take a beer sip. I should take a wine sip. So when you take that, hey, it's a beer, I'm going to take a good full mouth gulp.
You're going to take a slurp.
Whoo, and Dave, that you get a little head rush. You get the tingling all over that sour pucker jowl. Like I said, the tingling went up the head. Not just to the back of the jowls. It went up. And after so many sips, I'm warm. I am warm now. It just, yeah, I'm heating up, and it feels wine alcohol, 10% ish, not the boozy, because it's barrel aged. It doesn't say it's whiskey barrel aged. It's
right.
a barrel for, so that's why it's not like boozy. But you get all those flavors, the different fruits, a lot of cherry and plum, like you said, right? And the oak. You get the earthiness. I really appreciate this beer and what they've done, and it is definitely for sharing. And rest in peace, dude. You did a good job. I wish you hadn't often could do this some more, because I would definitely be looking for some more Cascade Brewing out of this. This is a slow sipper. And yeah, this is a special event beer. So an 8.0. I would like you said, I'd go 8.5, but you have to proceed with caution a little bit.
Yep.
So,
and I'm with you. I wish I could find more of this or anything else from Cascade. You know, it leads me to I'll stop by the bottle shop and see if there's anything left on the shelves.
bottom shelf kind of pushed to the back.
Yeah, they've rearranged the inventory.
Jay digs. He digs when he's there. But yeah, I think, Andy, I think you made the best point here is that this is a beer that you have to drink as a wine because it is more like a wine maybe than it is a beer. And I think that's, for me, probably a little bit on the lower score because I'm not a wine drinker. So, but you saying that definitely, it definitely drinks more like a wine than it does a beer. Sure.
Yeah. Because when I took those big gulps, I had to like shake the demons. They were like trying to get me, get off of me. Stand back, Satan.
That will be a 7.8 for the Valley Flora barrel aged red ale with Pinot Noir grapes from Cascade Brewing.
Did it?
It's the 2017 vintage. I'm getting better at saying that word. Definitely a beer that you should go out and get if you see it. If you see it, grab it, try it, because you won't have the chance next time. This is it. Hopefully somebody out there can find some and give it a shot. Let us know what you think down in the comments. We'd love to hear if you have had some Cascade, what you thought of maybe some of their other beer. But yeah, give us some comments on that. Appreciate checking out this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, cheers, that notification bell. We are working for 500 subs for the end of 2025, and we're it's going to be close. So you can help us out. We would definitely appreciate that. We got other links down below for Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server, our Hopped Up Beer Review merch that Jay just showed off, as well as some other things. So check all that out if you get the chance. With that, find a beer, find a friend, share it. For Andy in the Attic and Jay, I'm Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.